last year was great because I got Solana bang on, and that was an 11x over the year. And this year it's been SUI. SUI has been the trade. And I still think it's going to be the trade for the rest of this cycle of the bigger caps. The year has been great. The everything code has completely nailed it for us. If we've got one thing wrong, two things wrong. One is we expected inflation to be a little bit lower by now, but because rates have not come lower, this kind of weird duality issue. So, but rates are relatively low anyway. I mean, inflation is relatively low, but I think we'll see rates come lower. The business cycle, our forward-looking indicators are screaming higher. Show you that later, but ISM is still subdued, and we need ISM to go up so we can all earn more money. Because the business cycle is what drives us. We're not tech giants who can just print money out of thin air by building AI tools. Most of us have to earn something and make something for a living, and we need demand, and that's not there yet. But overall, hopefully I've really helped you guys. I've been trying to help you develop your own frameworks and understanding. I still see the panic that rolls around. I understand. All of our wealth is in this trade. Mine too. I'm no different to you guys. But you can't panic on every 5% pullback. I put a poll out and say, what do you think is the peak of the cycle? 65% of people think the cycle peaks at 150,000 Bitcoin. Maybe I'm wrong, but that sounds like PTSD to me.
Raoul Pal shares a chart showing how SUI compares to Solana in the current market environment. SUI is ranked 17th by market cap in the broader ecosystem. Solana is ranked 4th. Raoul Pal's crypto chart points to a critical level where SUI could significantly outperform Solana. His detailed analysis focuses on 2024 crypto market trends and Layer 1 blockchains. Pal goes on to analyze this SUI Solana chart, probably the key chart in crypto right now to indicate the upcoming market structure. He plans to strategically shift profits to NFT art and Bitcoin later on. This is in line with what leading experts predict for the crypto market in 2024. Raoul Pal's crypto chart shows important insights into how Layer 1 chains compete with each other. Pal said he still doesn't understand why so many macroeconomic experts are still playing around with rates, currencies, precious metals, value investing, commodities, and emerging markets when the biggest macroeconomic transaction of all time is happening. According to Raoul Pal, the biggest trade of 2025 is SUI, not Solana. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana and the overall crypto market.
As we go into next year, I will be trying to guide you on just taking some lifestyle chips off the table. I don't know when the right time is. And you'll be panicking because the market will fall 20%. You're like, oh my God, I've missed the opportunity. You haven't. I mean, the market's up so much from when most of you guys bought it. But we'll take some lifestyle chips off and you guys can then calm down. I know it's important to everybody. I know this is the biggest bet everybody's ever taken in their entire careers. And if it isn't, I don't know what's wrong with you because this is the greatest opportunity of all time. But the banana zone will help us. The banana zone will move to the banana singularity when everything goes up at the same time. And then you'll take some money off the table and you will hate doing it, but you will thank me at some point. And then we'll figure out the rest of the cycle as we go. So here's Bitcoin. Last time Trump came in, it rallied into the end of the year and then corrected 27%. And then it just went up. And alts outperformed because alt season happened. Now, that was driven by exactly the same factors. Trump getting in, dollar went up, tariffs, oh my God, and rates went up. Oh my God, tariffs are inflationary. What happened as soon as Trump got in is he said, we don't want a strong dollar, and rightly so. I think they'll say that again. And the dollar weakened and rates went down for the entire next year. Even though the Fed were raising rates in 2027, the long end was going down in yield. That setup is likely to happen again. So we're getting into this perfect setup that whatever the correction is, things will rally. Now, it was Bitcoin that had the bigger sell-off. Other things like ETH sold off less and then rallied back in that period. So we don't know what happens. Let's zoom in here on the chart of Bitcoin. There it is, the Trump victory, this rally in Bitcoin, the correction, and then it did 23x.
SUI steals the show with an impressive surge, creating waves across the cryptocurrency market. On December 12th, it hit a new all-time high of $4.9, even with a slight pullback of 4.9%. SUI's bullish momentum draws stark comparisons to Solana's legendary rally in 2021. Behind SUI's technical performance lies a robust and growing ecosystem. Partnering with Franklin Templeton, a $1.7 trillion asset manager, to explore blockchain applications. The addition of Phantom Wallet and Backpack has further improved usability and accessibility for SUI users. With strong technical features, growing utility, and strategic partnerships, SUI has all the ingredients to replicate Solana's explosive rally in 2021. While the cryptocurrency market remains unpredictable, SUI's trajectory provides a compelling argument for traders and investors looking for the next big thing. Paul also shared his optimistic outlook on the current position of the Bitcoin market, predicting further upside for the leading cryptocurrency. Paul highlighted Bitcoin's central role in defining the financial future and its potential for exponential growth. He criticized the perception that Bitcoin is expensive, calling it a result of anchoring bias. Instead, he urged investors to consider percentage returns rather than absolute prices. Paul said that Bitcoin is truly the anchor of the entire space, and he foresees its total market value reaching a staggering $100 trillion by 2034. Paul predicts that the current crypto cycle will peak later than expected, likely in late 2025 or early 2026, driven by global liquidity trends. He predicts that this cycle will feature a violent surge for Bitcoin, with prices well above $250,000. Comparing it to the 2016-17 cycle, he highlighted the structural similarities of the current market, but cautioned investors against trying to time the peak. Paul called Bitcoin ETFs a Trojan horse that will unlock institutional adoption, further integrating Bitcoin with traditional finance. Paul recommends investors start with Bitcoin as their primary holding and then gradually add Ethereum and other large-cap cryptocurrencies. Paul sees Bitcoin's growth as an integral part of the global finance restructuring, despite continued skepticism from mainstream institutions like The Economist. Paul introduced the banana zone a few months ago, highlighting that it is a phase of the market where prices are steadily rising. He advised patience during this time and advocated holding investments in leading assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. These tokens help reduce risk during times of market volatility. However, for those with a higher risk tolerance, Paul suggested allocating a smaller portion to emerging tokens such as SUI or meme coins such as Doge. However, he emphasized keeping 90% of one's holdings in established cryptocurrencies to preserve portfolio value in the long term. While several assets are already entering this banana zone, Paul's latest comments suggest that Doge could be next.